Hello everybody. Today we're going to create Flappy Bird. So we're going to be using XCode 6 and iOS 8 to create this game. So I'm going to show you what we're going to come out with after we are all done with this. So here's it. So you have Flappy Bird, except I didn't add a image for the bird yet. But you can do that if you want. It's quite difficult. So yeah. So let's get into things. First, I just created a new project. You gotta make sure that you're clicking on Swift and Sprite Kit. So then you just want to delete all this stuff inside game scene, just make it all empty and stuff. So we're going to first create a new var called main pipe. This is going to be our base pipe that we're going to copy and make into the other pipes. So that wants to be a SK sprite node, and we're just going to initialize it to be nothing. So then we want to do main pipe equal to SK sprite node, and then the color is going to be the black color. The size is going to be our width divided by 6, and then our height is going to be 480, which is like the maximum iPhone 5 height, so it can't, so it'll fit. So then after we have that done, we're going to create a new method, func spawn pipe row, and then we want the offset as a float. Okay, so then in here we're going to do let offset equal offs minus, and we're going to come back up here, var space, which is how big of a space we want between the top and the bottom pipe. So we want that to be a float, and we want that to be equal to 90. So we just want to do space divided by 2. So this will make it so once we specify an offset, the bottom pipe will be on the bottom and the top pipe will be on the top of the space. So then we want to do let pipe bottom equal to main pipe as SK sprite node dot copy as SK sprite node, and we also want to let pipe top equal to main pipe as SK sprite node dot copy as SK sprite node. So with that, we want to then take this. So then we want XX equal to the width. So then we are going to then create these two methods right here. So we're going to create the set position relative bot, set position relative top. So let's create those. Set relative bot. That should be a C. Then we want the SK sprite node. No, we don't. We want node that. And then X to be a float. Y to be a float. Okay. So then in this method, we want to set the pipe position based on the offset that we're sending it. So I already conjured up the code that needs to go in here. So let's go through it. So we're going to let XX, which will be the new node position, we'll let that equal to the node.width divided by 2 plus x. So that, because how SpriteKit works is that it takes the center, say this is the pipe width, this is the x position right in the center. So we want to specify the x position over here. So we're doing that plus then this. Then we want to take, so we want to set the y equal to the height divided by 2 minus the node size height divided by 2, which makes this into the bottom because, so we're taking half the scene height. So if this is a whole height, we're taking half of it and subtracting the other half, so we get the center. Then we're adding y, and y plus is downwards because it's all inverse. The y is inverted for SpriteKit. So we're adding downwards based on the offset. Which is right here. Nope, right here. So then we're just setting that here. And then we also want the set position relative top function, which is here. So it's practically the same thing. This is the same, the axis is the same. But instead of doing this subtracted from this, like how we're doing here, all we're just doing is adding it. And it's the rest the same. So that is the only difference in those two functions. So then for the rest of that method, all we need to do is do self.addChild pipe bottom, self.addChild pipe top. So then, say you want to do self.spawn pipe row. Say you want the offset to be 0, which is right in the center of the screen. It hopefully should spawn a pipe right in the center. There we go. Okay, sorry, I forgot to mention something. That we do not want to set the scale mode to fit the window. We do not want this. Okay, so now it should look like this, because this spawns it outside of the window. So say we go ahead and do divide by 2. It would put it right in the center of the screen on the x-axis. So, but when we want to spawn a pipe, we do want it to spawn outside the screen so that we can move it in gradually. So now, on update, what we're going to do is we are going to do first of all, we're going to do var pipes right node array equals empty array. So before this, we're going to do pipes dot append pipe bottom pipe top. Then an update, we're going to do for var I equals 0, I is less than pipes dot count I plus plus. Then what we want to do is do var and then PIPE, why not, equal to, nope, let pipe equal pipes I. Then if pipe dot position dot x is less than self dot view dot bounds dot width minus pipe dot size dot width times a space of 2. So that means, so hold on, I'll show you in a little bit. So I'm going to do self dot spawn pipe row offset. We're just going to put it at 0 right now. So then we want to do nope, in here pipe dot position dot x minus equals 1 for now. So then that should move them. Now it should spawn a new row. Okay. That is not working. Oh, okay. So we want to instead of spawning a new row for every pipe that is less than this, we only want to do if the current pipe, if I equals pipes.count minus 1. So if it's the last one in the array, then we want to spawn a new pipe. So see, it spawns every pipe, every two pipe widths. So right now the width is 0. So it spawns right in the middle. So then now let's add some random pipe offsetting. This took me a while to figure out, but I finally got it down to pretty good. So what we first want to do is we want to add in var previous number equal to 0. That would be the previous offset is equal to 0. So then we also want to add in some ranges. So we want to do var max range equal to 175 and var min range equal to -100. The reason why this isn't -175 is because we will have the ground in later and we don't want pipes to go to the ground. So then, okay, so then we want to add a new method, func random offset. You want that to return a float. So then we want the max amount of like base that we can go up here from our original old spot that we can generate a random number from will be max range minus previous number. We want to do let min equal to min range minus previous number. So then now we want to generate some random numbers between what I found out to be were some good ranges. So we want var random number, which is a float, equal to float of arc for random percent 61, which would be, it takes, so this number is going to be, so the number right here is going to be a random number out of 60. Then we want to add 40 onto there, so it'd be from 40, the number can be anywhere from 40 to 100. Then we also want a random like boolean, which will decide if we want the offset to go up or down. So we want that, since you can't generate random booleans from Swift or Objective-C in that matter, we need to create our own. So we want to do this, then we want to take it out of 31 plus 1. So then if random boolean %2 equals 0, else. So this is like if the boolean is true or else it's false. So then you want a temporary number to equal previous number plus rnum, but if that new offset is greater than the max range, we want temp num equal to max range minus rnum. So we basically just want to go in the opposite direction that this is. So then we can copy this practically, oops, put it down here, but instead of doing that, we want to subtract, we want to add, and we want to see if it's greater than the min range. And also min range. Nope. We also want to see if it's okay, yeah, if it's less than the min range, we want to do the opposite. So then we want to do so the random number will be equal to temporary number. And that'll be for both. And then we just want to return random number. But first we want to set previous number equal to the current random number. And so in here, we want to do self random offset. And this should give us some random offsets. So the first one will be 0, 0, then it'll go down, then back up, then down, then a little bit more up, then up, down, up. So see, you can see it's pretty random. I mean, yeah. So that should be good enough. So now let's add a ball to simulate our bird, and also some gravity and everything. So now we need our bird. If I can find my mouse. So we want it to equal to SK shape node radius of 15. And we want that in there. So we want the physics body to equal SK physics body of radius of 15, which matches up here. We want it to be, we don't want it to be dynamic, else the ball would just fall down and pertain to gravity. And then Z position, that'll come later. It's just how far into the screen or out of the screen you want it to be. We don't want it to have a border around it. That just looks ugly. We want it to be black. Maybe just make it red so we can see it against the black bars. And we want to make it inside the center of the screen. Okay, so now just spawn our so-called bird. First we gotta add it into our scene. Then we can see it. There it is. But right now it doesn't do anything. And it doesn't collide with anything. So now we want to add a SK physics contact delegate. Okay. So now we want to make our physics world contact delegate equal to ourself and the gravity equal to -5. Now I chose -5 because that's what I think works best and is the most realistic to Flappy Bird. So then in the spawn pipe row we need to give the pipes some physics bodies. So we want to do pipe bottom dot physics body equal to SK physics body of rectangle of size. And then we want to do pipe bottom dot size. And what we can do is just copy the, oops, wrong button. Copy it into pipe top. I'm going to change that so they're even to each other. There we go. Okay, so now they have a physics body. And now, since we don't want the pipes to fall but yet still interact, we need to set their physics body dynamic equal to false. Same with pipe top. Now this should make it so the ball can collide with the pipes, but yet we still can't control. Oh, nope, still can't collide. Oh yeah, we need to add some contact test bit masks. I want to do var. I want to do the bird category. Of equal to a 1 var pipe equal to a 2. So then we want pipe bottom equal to, nope, pipe bottom dot physics body dot contact test bit mask equal to bird category. And also the pipe top. Oh, and I forgot that these need to be specified as uint32s. Where are we? There we are. Okay, then we also need to set the collision bit masks. Pipe bottom dot physics dot collision bit mask. You'll do bird category. Same with the top pipe. Now it should collide with the pipe. Pipes. It should just do nothing. Just, huh. One last thing I forgot to mention is that we need to also add the categories for the bird pipe category. Now it should be able to collide with the pipes. Still no. Huh. Okay, so apparently you need to set one of the dynamics equal to true. So we have to set the bird dynamics equal to true. So then what we want to do is in touches began, we have a velocity equal to 200 by default. So if the total height of the device minus the position is less than 85, that means if the bird is, say it's like within this top portion right here, then we want to slow the velocity down so the bird can't go full velocity over the pipes. So we slow it down by subtracting the velocity minus 85 minus our height from the top. So then we set the velocity equal to this, which is CG vector make 0, velocity. This is a y component, this is the x component, or nope, other way around. X component, y component. Then if we run it, it should fall, and when we tap the screen, the ball should rise, and then now we can come in contact with the pipes. So this is basically a cheap Flappy Bird remake where you don't die. Very easy to win in this. And boom. Okay, that should be it for this episode. So this part is done with. And still have a lot more to go through. We still have the images to add, the background, the bottom. We still need to make the collision where it actually does something, so the bird actually dies. And yeah, thanks for watching.